Well, good afternoon, basketball fans from the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western. It is non-conference basketball action. The women closed their non-conference season with a win, and now the men are going to hope to do the same thing against the Alberta-Augustana Vikings. And it should be a good game, and as you look at our screen right now, you can see the starting lineups for first the Bulldogs and then for the Vikings. Vikings last night lost to Carroll, and Montana Western beat Keano. And that was an interesting thing with Keano. They were the defending college division champions in Canada, and some of their players missed the flight down here.
Yes, I think they were all supposed to go to, was it Calgary?
Yes.
They were all supposed to meet in Calgary, and then they would have the one plane to bring them to Montana. And something happened. A handful of the players did not make the connection, and you can't hold up a commercial flight very long.
Including the starters.
Yes.
3 of the starters.
Yeah.
And the Bulldog starters are being announced now. And like I said, you've seen on the screen, you see the starting lineups, hometowns, height and stuff, and all that other good stuff. And Mike, it still is weird. You're used to being behind a desk.
Yeah.
Right now. Would you be behind a desk, or would you be visiting one of your rural schools?
No, the rural schools don't start until after the first.
It's a good time to visit them.
And there's nobody there.
Yeah, there's no problems.
And in fact, I don't think the Reichley School starts until next Monday, the 6th. And of course, the Bulldogs, the block doesn't start until the 13th. So they've had like 3 weeks of vacation.
So the visiting Vikings outfitted in white uniforms with black and red numbers and striping. The Bulldogs are in their road black jerseys with red numbers and red striping.
It's a little tough to see the red numbers on the Bulldog jerseys.
Yeah, can you imagine if we were at a football game looking down?
No.
Adado missed the little baby hook, and we're still scoreless, just underway. Shot is up and no good by the Vikings, and Adado with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Fall away jumper is good by Alan Kane, the junior from McLean, Virginia, which you said was where Joe Biden
Yes, well, he was a United States Senator. I think he's been, obviously, in the White House the last 4 years. In 8 years, he was at, I believe he was at Annapolis.
Berkeley with the 3. This one, he got kind of hot yesterday,
yes.
And I'm talking about in a good way, as he made his first 3 threes, and he misses his first one there. Bulldog's a little kind of slow getting the gears gathered. Fall away jumper is no good, and Kane collects for the Bulldogs. He'll bring it all the way down, and he has it taken right out of his hands by Jones of the Vikings. And underneath the basket, wide open, is Sminsky for the easy layup. And it's 2-2. Foul committed.
His first.
think we've got brothers out here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Jack.
Yeah, I was just.
And Sam.
Basket by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs back out in front, 4-2. Another break in the Bulldog defense allows a wide open three by Gomes, and it's a 5-4 lead for the Vikings. Oh, nice little move to the basket with the layup by Kane, and he's wondering why the whistle didn't blow. Another wide open three by Gomes. This one doesn't fall through, and ball tipped out of bounds by Billy Carlson of the Bulldogs. Oh, Carlson comes away with the steal for the Bulldogs. Bethel drives down. Oh, and a good defense at the other end by Gomes. And he comes away with a steal. Shot is up and no good. Carlson with the defensive board for the Bulldogs. Smilsky was the Carlson waits the defense to float away and misses the shot anyway. Seems like both teams are trying to get their bearings a little bit. Gomes puts up a three, no good, and Adedo with the defensive rebound. Bethel to Carlson. Carlson to Berkeley, back to Adedo. Adedo goes one-on-one and puts a little floater up, doesn't fall, and one little too hard there, Mike.
Oh.
Alan Kane with the steal, and he's going to go all the way, lays it up and in for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs lead 8-5. Speaking of bright shoes, look at across from us coming into the game. Nice tip in by Smilsky, the freshman from Cochrane, Alberta. Eight to 7 the score. Bulldogs lead by 1. Make that 10-7 as Alan Kane scores again, and the Bulldogs want a timeout. With timeout on the floor, it's Montana Western 10, Alberta-Augustana 7, and we'll be back with more Bulldog basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, just underway. non-conference matchup between the Bulldogs of Montana Western and the Vikings of Alberta-Augustana. I asked one of the team managers, nice move to the basket there by Marlowe of the Vikings, and it's 10-9. I asked one of the team managers of the Vikings where Camrose was, and she said it's 4 miles south of where Keanu is.
Oh.
Or 4 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours
Yeah.
south. Kane puts up the three and hits it. Alan Kane is unstoppable. 13-9 Bulldogs, and a little bit of double press on as we have Clarence Martin in the lineup for the Bulldogs along with Coulter Merritt. And we have another Bulldog steal. Kane comes down off in the wing to Merritt. Merritt goes up. Oh, and he misses the stuff. We saw that last night from the Keanu player. Oh, the ball almost hit the ceiling. Oh, left. Oh, Samiski missed the easy layup, and who collected it? Ankeny. I was going to ask him about his haircut, but I figured I'd let you worry about the haircut. Berkeley puts up the three, in and out, no good. Merritt with the rebound for Montana Western, hands it off to Ankeny. Ankeny puts it up and in. 15-9 now, Montana Western leads. Martin comes up with the steal. Oh, and a behind-the-back pass to Merritt, who lays it up and in. And Alberta-Augustana, Coach EJ, he said,
right?
Can't pronounce my name, just call me Coach EJ.
EJ.
So timeout on the court. It is Montana Western 17, Alberta-Augustana 9. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. My media timeout. And Mike, so Coach Miller, first 8 minutes of the half. What do you think?
Well, too many turnovers, and when they turn the ball over, they don't get back on defense. The guys making the steals are going down and either making their own layups or, as they did just then, dropping it off to somebody like Merritt. So take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. It's early.
$12-11 left to play in the first half. There's that fun-filled buzzer again. Merritt applying a little Bulldog pressure. Viking turnover.
And not even much pressure on that one.
Little zone, though, by the Bulldogs. Martin puts up the three, around, no good, but who's there for the offensive rebound but Merritt? He gets a nut, misses the first, gets his ball back and puts it up and in, and the Bulldogs have opened up a 10-point lead. It is 19-9 Western. 11:24 left to play in the first half. Merritt to Carlson, open on the wing, puts up the three and hits it. 22-9 Bulldogs. Bethel creates the turnover. Oh, and he stays on his feet, gets the ball off to Ankeny. Great athletic play there by Kevin Bethel. And Ankeny,
out of bounds.
Ankeny came down a little funky on his ankle. Trying to walk it off. Approaching the halfway point of the first half, with the Bulldogs leading 22-9. There's another turnover. Bethel to Merritt. Merritt thinks about his stuff and then he just drops it in. 24-9 now, Bulldogs lead. Pietro Borelli bringing the ball down for the Vikings. Turnaround jumper is up and no good by Nelson. Rebound to Martin. Martin off to Carlson, who's open for another three. This one hard off the glass. Ankeny gets the offensive rebound back to Martin. He'll try a three. His is also a little hard off the glass and off the hands of a Bulldog. So it will be the Vikings ball in play. Adato returns, and I think Ankeny's ankle is okay. He doesn't seem to be limping, just gets a little breather.
Little 1-3-1 zone defense.
Berkeley with the rebound for the Bulldogs. What kind of strategy are zones that stops long shooting, long range shooting? Adato with the offensive putback.
So, well, if you're in a zone offense, there's going to be quite some time when you are going to be open because the whole defense has to move to you. So there's a good chance you're going to be open for a while. And I like to play a little zone defense, but, you know, especially all those years I was a junior varsity coach, we played man-to-man because that's what the head coaches wanted us.
So Alan Kane, I think he got dinged a little bit. He's rubbing his eyes a little bit as he went through the lane. He missed the layup. Well, he missed the layup because he got clobbered, basically. But he did pick up the first down. Kane will go to the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2. Makes the first, and would you look at that? How many fouls? 2.
Yeah.
2 total fouls.
Now we don't have a
number
12.
12. Well, he's got a new name now, number 12.
Number 12.
We don't have a 10 either. No 10 on their roster either.
Got a 12?
No 12 either. Got to be one of these guys down here. We've got a list of with red shirt numbers, but well, they'll just be number 10 and number 12. Well, number 12 misses, going to the basket, misses, and he'll be going to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 34, Jackson Berkeley.
Berkeley commits the foul. Yeah, as soon as I say it, there haven't been too many fouls. A foul.
Now, this young man looks like he might be a strong safety on the football team.
I'm wondering if they activated some players off of their redshirt list. I'm not sure what the Canadian rules are as far. I know they have 5 years of eligibility. Does that mean you have 6 years actuality if you don't?
Well, I don't
if you
know.
redshirt?
Maybe they don't allow a red shirt.
Berkeley's shot up and no good, but Kane with the offensive board, and he backs off out to Carlson. Carlson tried to go across to Martin, but it hit the bottom of the backboard and right into the hands of a Viking. 30-9 is our score. 6:40 left to play in the first half. Bulldogs on top by 21. Three-point shot is up and no good. Berkeley backs off for a three and doesn't get it, but he is fouled. And Jackson Berkeley will go to the free throw line to shoot three.
Fouls on number 8, Jacob Bolton.
I think
His first.
There's that fun-filled, what, you know what that buzzer is?
just to let the officials know you're supposed to look
That's a little, okay.
and see who's supposed to come in. But it's
Oh.
awfully quiet.
Yeah. .6:10 left to play. Kane had a three. Now he moves in for a two and gets it. 32-9. So the Vikings got off to a quick start, but boy, they have slowed down in a big way. Ooh, three off the backboard. Brett Marlowe. Merritt into Mergel. Mergel's fouled as he go up. I don't think Mr. Mergel was ready for that one.
And the official waited until he found out whether the ball went in the basket or not.
Sam Smilski, his first.
Smilski with the foul, his first. Well, I guess we better identify Sam Smilski. They look like brothers. Mergel gets them both, and it's 34-12. (34-12) Bulldogs. What just happened?
That ball went up and hit the
Support, didn't it?
yeah.
Mergel works his way inside. Now comes out to Bethel. Bethel to Kane. Kane shot is good.
Allen Kane for three.
(37-12) Bulldogs. Berkeley.
Yep. I think he probably waited too long to get set. Player was probably in the air.
Number 34, Jackson Berkeley, that's his second.
Jackson Berkeley commits his second foul. Also the second team foul. That can't be right. Or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
He
he's
has
been the
them
bad
both.
boy.
He has them both.
Smilski gets both, and it's 37-14. 4:25 left to play. Bethel to Kane. Kane back to Bethel. He'll try a three. High off the glass, no good, tipped out of bounds by a Bulldog.
Gonna have a timeout.
Pat Jensen wants a timeout, so we'll take one here. It's Montana Western 13, Alberta-Augustana 14. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of Montana Western, a Monday afternoon basketball non-conference affair between the Bulldogs of Montana Western and the Vikings of Alberta-Augustana. This will be the final non-conference game for the Bulldogs. They'll open Frontier Conference play on Saturday in Havre. Shot clock down to 1, and nope, they're going to say shot clock violation.
So the Bulldogs are going to Havre this coming Saturday. The Lights are 5-7, but they have won the last two games they played.
It's always a good game when the Lights and Bulldogs match up. We saw a couple really good ones here last year. Berkeley puts up the three, no good, and rebound by the Vikings.
And I know I'm in the minority, but I like the Armory Gym on the campus of Montana State Northern. We used to go there for high school games. And then when I coached here, we had to go there 4 times.
Merritt with the steal, dribbles the length of the court and stuffs it. 37-14, Bulldogs.
Oh! Minsky wide open underneath the basket.
That was an example of a tip drill that didn't work.
Didn't work.
Both teams were trying to gain control, and neither one of them succeeded, except the ball was tipped out of bounds by a by a Bulldog. Vikings ball underneath their own basket. Shot is up and no good by Gomes, and rebound by Mergel of the Bulldogs. Carlson puts up the three, little hard off the glass, no good. Rebound by Marlowe of the Vikings. 1:50 left to play in the first half. Western leading 39-14. Bethel to Kane, and good defense, but they're going to call a foul.
Oh, and I thought that
Was good defense.
I thought that guy had done it just right.
Sam Smilski commits the foul. I think. No, not Sam. Brett Marlowe. That will send Alan Kane to the line. First is good. He'll get another. It's 39-14. And this one takes a little bounce and then drops through. A minute 32 left to play in the first half, with the Bulldogs leading 41-14. And a little full court pressure by the Bulldogs results in a steal. They passed it right to Merritt, who just was standing right next to the basket and stuffed it in. And it's 43-14 Bulldogs. And another steal, this one by Kane. Merritt down at the other end. He gives off to Carlson. Carlson to Merritt on the offensive rebound and putback, and it's 45-14. And Coach EJ is frustrated.
31-point lead with 1:09 to go. Yeah, he would be frustrated.
And that just happened in the last little while.
Well, Coulter was down here on the man taking the ball out of bounds, and he stepped, so his back was kind of towards the basket and kind of towards us. Well, he's telling you, you can't pass it to this side. You got to pass it to that side. And the guy decided, yep, over the top of him, and Coulter jumped up, got it, scored.
Stuffed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Alberta-Augusta, the Vikings should have faked him up and then passed the ball to his own left. Although, when he did, whoever receives the ball is going to be double teamed. But he went the wrong way.
Well, Bulldogs coming out, and here come the Vikings. It will be Vikings basketball underneath the Bulldogs basket. Last time it didn't work out too good, as Mike just explained. They listen to you, Mike.
Yep. And he gets double teamed.
And stolen away by who else? But Merritt, who misses the layup, and he's fouled.
Nope. I think Coulter.
I think we got a bloody nose, too. Merritt quickly going over, pointing to his nose, and
bloody nose, nosebleed. Bloody nose, nosebleed.
And Nate, the athletic trainer over there, the tried and true method of cotton up the nose. I think Isabel Lund did that last night,
she
too.
Did. Yeah, she did.
Under a minute left to play in the first half. Stolen away. Kane has it for the Bulldogs, down to Charlesworth, who puts up the three, doesn't score. And stealing it is Mergel.
Ah, there's Mergel's mom.
You know, right across from
and
us.
the grandparents.
She's bookend by Grandma and Grandpa. Although I don't know if Mary wants to be called Grandma. We don't know for sure. Martin puts up the shot, no good. Charlesworth with the offensive rebound. This one is good. And it's 47-14. That's how the first half will end. One half of basketball in the books. It's Montana Western 47, Alberta-Augustana 14. We'll be back with halftime this and that after these messages on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western. It is halftime. The Bulldogs leading the Vikings of Alberta-Augustana at the half by a score of 47-14. And looking at, we've got some stats to look at. They are on your screen right now. And Mike, after the first half, what?
They just simply couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Well, they only
the defense, the Bulldog defense, really forced them to play faster than they wanted to.
18 turnovers they forced.
Yeah. And it's only halftime.
It's only halftime, yeah. Rebounding, though, it's pretty even rebounding. If you look at the rebounding stats for Augustana, they had 12 defensive, 18 offense, or excuse me, six offensive and 12 defensive, where the Bulldogs had 8 offensive and 12 defensive. So the stats are close in all aspects, but, you know, the 18 turnovers, and then you look down here, points off of turnovers, Alberta 2, Montana Western 24. So,
and they don't normally turn the ball over 18 times and a half. They do average about 18 turnovers in a ball game, but that's the whole ball game.
Well, and you got to compliment the Bulldog defense.
Yep. Good game plan too. I like the full court forcing the Vikings to move a little faster than they wanted to move.
Well, talking to the officials before the game, Eric Boyce, who's standing right in front of us here, he is from Idaho Falls. He did the Carroll game yesterday, and he said coming over the hill from Helena to Butte was like driving in an ice skating rink.
Oh.
He said he slid off the road a couple of times. Luckily, he was going slow enough that nothing happened, but he did not want to chance coming to Dillon, so he just stayed overnight in Butte.
Oh, and we talked to Kevin Flato after the women's game, and he came across the pass as well, and he said he was going home through Twin Bridges and Whitehall.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the nasty thing about winter. The roads, everybody thinks because it's an interstate, you have a clear, nice, easy drive, and you got to drive extra slow. And all-wheel drive does not help you on icy highways. There's contrary to what a lot of people think.
I remember when I was in the 8th grade, Mr. Twomey was our driver's ed instructor, and he said 4-wheel drive does not mean 4-wheel stop.
Yeah, that's good. That's good logic.
I think I probably got that stupid look on my face.
Yeah, well, that's good logic, though. But, you know, of all the people that have immigrated to Montana from the warmer climates, they don't get it.
No,
they think that I got an all-wheel drive car. I can go fast on the interstate when it's, well, no, you can't.
Especially those guys who have to take the interstate through the Livingston down to the Paradise Valley turnoff. You know, was it last week or the week before they shut down the interstate and made everybody go through Livingston rather than take the interstate? The wind was blowing the high-profile vehicles over. I saw at least 3 vehicles in the pictures.
Well, we're about less than a minute to go from the opening possession, and I'm guessing it belongs to Augustana.
Yep.
If that arrow is correct. And stepping towards us is Brett Marlowe. Doesn't have a happy look on his face.
No. I was gonna ask the officials, can you go to the athletic director and say that this is the worst music in the Frontier Conference?
It's a candy bar. When was the last Nutter Butter you had?
No flipping idea.
Well, it's got our score bench laughing, that's for sure.
And we are not going to embarrass anybody.
No, it's an inside joke.
Yes. Oh, now he took his time and did it right.
Yeah, he got it in.
Jonathan Gomes for 3.
47-17 now. Bulldogs up by 30.
The only other ball game going on here today is in Helena. Keano College of Alberta playing Carroll College.
And boy, I tell you, there was a little physicality underneath there. Mr. Adato had lots of elbow, but there was not a whistle to be heard anywhere. Oh, and that was a nice play.
Somebody broke down there.
From Smilsky to Gallant. I say Gallant. I remember the coach told me it was Gallant. 49-19. And there's Kevin Bethel. And I think that's his first basket of the game. So he gets in the scorebooks, 51-19. Gomes with another three. You know, he was player of the week, player of the school in basketball a couple of weeks ago at Augustana. Augustana, a branch campus of the University of Alberta. Oh, air ball. You don't see that from Adato very often. Right into the hands of the Vikings, and all the way down is Brett Marlowe.
Somebody's got to pick up the open man.
Yeah, 51-24. Bulldogs lead. But the Vikings making a little noise, and a nice finish there from Adato, 53-24. Second half, 17:34 left. Three from the wing is in and out, no good. Carlson to Kane. Kane puts up the shot. In. He had 19 in the first half. That gives him 22 for the game, and he has not missed a field goal yet. Once again, I echo back to your basketball days. Those were kind of your stat lines, too. You didn't miss very many. Of course, then, did you take any field goals?
It's pretty tough to miss a field goal when you are on the bench.
So you were perfect is what you're trying to say.
Very, very often.
Carlson with the ball to Berkeley. Berkeley will take a three, and it won't fall. Berkeley, as hot as he was yesterday, just the opposite.
He's a little cold here tonight. Might be trying a little bit hard now.
Gomes puts up the shot. No good. This one is short. Gets his own rebound. Goes under. Reverse layup is good. So good aggressive play by the Vikings. Gomes, 6'2" junior from Edmonton, Alberta, played high school ball at Ross Shepherd High School, and he's the team's leading scorer at 18 points a game. Bethel, nice move underneath the basket, lays it up and in. And it's 58-26 Bulldogs. Oh, good play there. Smilsky kept the ball alive and laid it up and in, and it's 58-28 Bulldogs. Carlson all the way in the far wing to Kane, and Kane puts up a three. Nothing but a net for Alan Kane, and it's 61-28. And Kane does a little bit of defense there. Oh, but this Carlson, I think, is going to be called for the foul.
Fouls on number 4, Billy Carlson.
Carlson with the foul. Smilski, there we go, will step to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. And he misses the free throw, but the ball's tipped right back out to him again. So another offensive possession for the Vikings. And they keep the ball alive with another tip out. Gomes puts up a shot. This one no good. Finally, Berkeley controls and gathers the ball for the Bulldogs, but stolen away. And then he stepped on the baseline.
Pat Jensen looking at that card.
Kane, fall away three is good. 64-30. Bulldogs. 14-16 left to play. Three attempt is no good. Alan Kane with the rebound. Kane with the ball. Nice pass inside. Ankeny gets it after the nice pass from Merritt. Mike, Alan Kane has 28 points.
And has he missed a field goal attempt?
No. Foul underneath.
Fouls on number 32, Jacob Ankeny. That's his first.
Jacob Ankeny, and we've got timeout. So with timeout, timeout on the court, it is Montana Western 66, Alberta-Augustana 30. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Smilski stepping to the free throw line and makes the first. He'll get another one. Misses the second one short. Didn't have any legs in that one. Kane picks up another one. 28 plus 3 is 31 points.
We have over half of the second half to go.
I know, and he almost has. He has more points than Augustana does. Wow. Kane put on a shooting display today. Air ball as it goes out of bounds. Kevin Bethel will bring things up across the timeline, set things up for the Bulldogs. Merritt into Bethel. Bethel was very quiet scoring in the first half. He's kind of made up for it.
Yeah.
71-31 the score. Bulldogs on top. Shot up and hard. Didn't even hit the rim, just the backboard and then right into the hands of Jackson Berkeley. Kane has the ball. A little floater is good. 35 points for Alan Kane. 73-31. Oh, he only has 30. Okay.
Only
33.
okay.
Math wasn't my hobby. Must have been a turnover.
Yeah, I think he dribbled it out of bounds.
Okay. So Kane will put the ball in play to Bethel for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs lead 73-31, 11:06 left to play. Offensive foul called.
Fouls on number 21, Coulter Merritt.
Underneath the basket. Carson Denning, looks like the red shirts are coming in. Well, not red shirts anymore. They're just Berkeley. So you've got a shower joke with him. Something about he has to jump around to get wet in the shower.
Yeah.
He needs to go on that pizza diet you were talking about. Oh, wide open is Gomes, and he misses it. Rebound to Martin. Maybe that's why he was too open. Charlesworth, little jumper, no good, and Merritt almost had it, except he tipped it out of bounds.
Pietro Borelli, Mother Margaret Mary High School.
Your Italian's pretty good. Charlesworth almost threw it away, but controlled. Denning's shot from the wing is no good. Ankeny tips it out of bounds. Did you hear that? Good.
Find the open
strategy.
guy. Find the open guy.
Keep it moving. Find the open guy. Pretty simple strategy from Pat Jensen, Bulldog head coach. Now, if his players listening to him, that's even better. Oh, isn't that traveling?
His feet have to leave the floor.
Okay. Turnaround jumper by Marlowe.
Brent Marlowe.
Ankeny with the offensive rebound off the missed shot. Denning from the 3 on the outside. He misses it. Ankeny gets another offensive rebound. He takes care of business himself.
Yeah.
Said, I'm tired of giving it to you guys and you guys missing, so I'll just make it myself. And it's 75-33 Bulldogs. Air ball up by the Vikings. Ankeny off to Martin. Martin back to Charlesworth at the free throw line. Now he gives off to Ankeny. Ankeny has it tipped out of his hands. And loose ball picked up by Charlesworth. And a foul is called.
Foul's number 6, Pietro Borelli. That's his second.
Oh, we have the elusive number 12. I guess we should have checked that out.
Yeah, I
at
guess we
halftime.
should have.
Well, he's not on the roster that was sent. Well, no, I guess it wasn't sent to us. Lindsay said that she had to pull that off of the website. Denning will put up another 3. This one hard off the glass. Mergel gets the rebound off to Martin. Martin to Charlesworth. Back to Mergel. He'll take a 3. No good. And rebound controlled by the Bulldogs. Denning will try one from the other side. Still no good. And offensive rebound and a reverse layup by Merritt. And we've got timeout on the court. Our score, Montana Western 77 and Augustana 33. We'll be back with more basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. Left in our game. We'll be back here on the 9th, I believe.
9th of January.
Carroll College will come to town. That will be the home Frontier Conference opener for the Bulldogs. Tipped out of bounds by Denning of the Bulldogs. Traveling call on the Vikings, number 12. Apologize, we don't have a number 12 on the roster we have been provided for. Tipped off the hands of Merritt. I think the bench has been cleared by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, because this is Hurley, River Hurley. Don't let me call him Tyler.
I've already done it once, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. 77-33. You did it in his first game, remember? Way back when?
Probably.
All Tammy, his aunt, was going to do is charge you double next time you go to the restaurant. Battling for the basketball underneath the basket, and Bulldogs come up with it. And Martin back to Mergel. Mergel tries a three, doesn't get it. Denning with the offensive rebound back to Martin. Martin's going to go inside. Now he gives off to Mergel. Mergel inside, misses the layup, and rebound control by the Vikings. Shot is up and good by Borelli. Hurley from the wing, no good. $77-35 the score. Shot up and no good. I think one of the Bulldogs got a little piece of the ball and the arm, but no call.
Oh, Carson Denning.
Call a blocking foul or an offensive foul?
Blocking foul.
Fouls on number 14, Coulter Charlesworth.
And we have timeout. And Pat Jensen wants a little explanation from the official who was underneath the basket. Okay, we have timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and Borelli is at the free throw line for the Vikings. He'll be shooting two. Misses the first one. And gets the second one. So 1 out of 2. Score is 77-36 Bulldogs. 5:35 left to play. Denning's three attempt is no good. A little short. He seems like he's just a tad off. Denning puts his hand up in the passing lane, forces the turnover, and Charles first at the other end misses the layup. A little big of a hurry, wouldn't you say, Coach Miller?
Yeah.
Borelli with the three, and it's 77-39 Bulldogs. Step back three, or step back two is good for Martin. 79-39 Bulldogs. 4:20 left to play. Denning just stepped right in the way of that pass, and then a turnover on the other end. So back-to-back turnovers. And Mergel at the other end with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Oh, Denning missed the alley-oop. 79-39. And another turnover. Hurley with 3, no good. Wow. Icy cold shooting from the reserves. .3:15 left to play. Borelli's 3 is up, no good. Hurley tips it right into the hands of Mergel, and here comes Martin across the timeline. Off to Charlesworth. He puts up the shot that doesn't fall. Double dribble is the call on Borelli.
Get a timeout here.
Okay, it's timeout on the court. On the Bulldog Sports Network, it's Montana Western 79 and Alberta-Augustana 39. We'll be back after this. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Non-conference basketball, Bulldogs' final non-conference game of the season. And right now they are in firm control over Alberta-Augustana, 79-39.
Augustana sometimes gives up as many as 90 points a game. I don't think the Bulldogs are going to get to 90 today.
Well, they might have if they'd make a few baskets. How many misses do you think we saw from the reserves?
Quite a few.
Until then, Charlesworth with a basket for Montana Western, 81-39. The lid is off the basket. 2:30 left to play. Turnover by the Vikings again. And Hurley drives in and scores a layup. 83-39.
River Hurley.
Almost turnover. Pietro with the 3. Deep 3 from the wing. And it's 83-42 Bulldogs. 1:35 left to play. Mergel inside, and he is fouled by number 12. Maybe we can get number 12 now.
Fouls on number 12, Emmanuel Ordera. His first.
Emmanuel Ordera. He's not on any of my lists.
Charlesworth with the layup inside. It's 85-42. We're approaching the 1 minute mark. Shot is up and no good. Follow up is good by Jacob Fulton.
Said Willem Smith.
Oh, okay.
Number
I'm
21.
looking at the wrong number. Offensive foul on the Bulldogs. 31 seconds left to play.
Clarence Martin, his first.
Reach in foul, silly foul. That will be 6 team foul. Not enough to send Borelli to the free throw line. It will be Vikings ball in front of their own bench. .18 seconds, 16, and tipped out of bounds by Denning.
He was going to go for the dunk. If he could have stole that one.
.15 seconds, almost stepped out of bounds. Open three on the wing, no good. And with the rebound is Charlesworth, and that's going to do it. Our final score, Montana Western 85 and Alberta-Augustana 44. We'll be back with a quick wrap-up after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We're back to the Stroud Gymnasium. Quick wrap-up, looking at the scoring. Alan Kane led all scorers with 33 points. He was a perfect 12 for 12 from the field and 6 for 6 from three-point. He did miss a free throw. Shame on him. He missed a free throw, but he came away with 33 points. Only other player in double figures for the Bulldogs was Coulter Merritt with 14. Only one player for the Vikings in double figures. That was Jonathan Gomes. And you see anything else, Mike, standing out?
26 turnovers. That hurt them pretty badly, especially when the Bulldogs only had 9 turnovers. I think the press forced them to move a little faster in the first half than they wanted to, and they turned the ball over quite a bit in that first half.
Well, points off of turnovers, the Vikings only 2. The Bulldogs scored 31 off of turnovers, and look at that in the paint.
Yeah.
18 points for the Vikings in the paint, and for the Bulldogs, 52. Well, that's a good way to wrap up the new year, because what we can say is next year, we'll see you all next year for more Bulldog basketball. As Mike mentioned earlier, the Bulldogs will be at Northern this Saturday to open up Frontier Conference play. The women, I believe, play at 5:30. And the men play at 7:30, and then we'll be back here on January 9th for the Bulldogs hosting Carroll College in the home Frontier Conference opener. For that, we're going to wrap things up. I'm Wally Felt along with Mike Miller and our producer, director, Brett Wiebe. You guys have yourself a safe and happy new year, and we'll see you next year on the Bulldog Sports Network.